Good evening, First Church family. We wanted to post this short presentation on our Facebook page to give you some information about what you can expect when the church starts to reopen. We have several things to talk about tonight. The first one is the purpose of this presentation, things to know before you go to church, changes you will see when you arrive at church, and other information that will help you make the right decision for you and your family. We want to provide information to everyone about the expected changes to our worship service. We also want to ensure that you and your family and everyone in our congregation is adequately protected from exposure to the virus. We want to ensure that our church is in compliance with state and federal guidelines and other health and safety regulations. So we're joining with the Western North Carolina Conference in adopting their slogan, Safety Over Expedience, as our theme for the reopening plan. We ask for your prayers and your support as we navigate these difficult times. Things to know before you go. We will be following the virus protection protocols that you've seen from the governor and also from the Western North Carolina Conference, including social distancing. We ask that you will wear a mask during the service. We will ask that you will use hand sanitizer as you enter and exit the sanctuary. We will have greeters stationed who can give you information and help you as you enter and exit the fellowship center and the sanctuary. We also have a great concern for persons in high-risk categories, and we encourage you to stay home at this time. High-risk categories include people over the age of 65, people with compromised immune systems, and people who have underlying medical conditions such as diabetes or heart-related issues. We will continue to live stream the service on Facebook each Sunday morning, and that will be our primary way of sharing our service. Changes that you will see when entering and exiting the church. We ask that you practice non-contact greeting. Shaking hands, hugs, and other forms of bodily contact should be avoided. We ask that you wear a mask when you attend the service. If you don't have one, we will have some for you at the sanctuary. A greeter can help you with that. The sanctuary will be marked off so that we will be in compliance with social distancing protocols. Couples and immediate families can, of course, sit together in a pew. Individuals are asked to maintain the social distancing guidelines. Greeters, again, can help you or answer your questions about this protocol. You can use your own hand sanitizer when entering and exiting the church. If you don't have any, we will have it placed at the back of the church for you to use. We will continue to have one service each Sunday at 9 a.m. for the foreseeable future using the morning celebration format. The service will be about 45 minutes in length, and it will be what you've been watching on Facebook for the last number of weeks. We will not use bulletins at this service to keep the chance of spread to a minimum. Announcements and other information will be displayed on the screens at the front of the church, the same announcements that you will see on the Facebook page every Sunday morning. We will not use acolytes. We will have passing of the peace, and we will come up with some creative way to do this from a distance. And our greeters will record attendance instead of using the attendance pads normally stationed in the pews. There will be no hymnals, Bibles, envelopes, or attendance pad in the pew racks. That's to keep the chance of spreading the virus to a minimum. We also discourage strongly congregational singing, as that is certainly a way that can spread germs. Responsive readings, if there are any during the service, will be done by the Voices of Truth on behalf of the congregation during the service. We will not pass the plate during the service. We will station offering plates at the back of the sanctuary, and we certainly want to take this opportunity to thank you for your continued faithfulness with your tithes and offerings. and there will be no choir during the service until the restrictions are lifted. First United Methodist will not be able to provide a nursery during this time, and we will not have children's church either. Children are encouraged to remain in the pews with their family. If the maximum number of attendees in the sanctuary is reached, we will be live streaming the service in the Fellowship Center as well. In fact, if you feel more comfortable viewing it in the Fellowship Center, you can go straight there. We will have greeters there, hand sanitizer, and the whole thing that you will need down there, and the greeters will be able to help you with that. We will follow social distancing and face covering protocols in the Fellowship Center as well. Other information that you might want to know, when Communion Sundays roll around, just like the one we had last Sunday, congregants will be asked to bring their own elements for the communion service. That's for the foreseeable future while we are reopening. Face-to-face meetings like Sunday school, nursery, TLC, youth meetings, and welcome table will be suspended until further notice. We hope to get those programs back started soon. We don't know when that will be at this time. We will, of course, relax these restrictions as we are able to in accordance with the state guidelines and information from the Western North Carolina Conference. We have created a reopen planning team that will be monitoring and responding to the changes as the reopening continues and the restrictions are eased. Here are the members of that team. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out by phone or email to any of these folks. We want to thank you for your continued faithfulness and support of our church. You guys are amazing. Please continue to pray for our community, our nation, our leaders, and our world during this trying time. Thank you, and God bless.